Welcome back, guys, to yet another World of Warcraft video today on this channel. We are going over the weekly WoW economy wrap-up post. This is the first one going into 9.2, obviously, so there is a lot to talk about, and maybe you've heard about some of these things before, but in case you have not, or you're just interested in seeing how it's put together, this is going to be it. It's going to be number 216, of course, still written and put together by Samanan. So do make sure that you actually check his content out. There is supposedly not a video out that he usually posts. Maybe he didn't have time for it this week. But do still go and check out his channel because, we all appreciate that he puts this together every time. Also, before we get further into it, remember to drop a like on the video and also, drop a comment and subscribe to the channel and ding the notifications bell. It's good. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Okay, let's get into it. So, the table of contents today is going to be 9.2 is here, and there's also some gold making opportunities. Gold market and crafting websites. Could cross-realm trading be a thing? And then some further reading. So, the first thing that we have here is actually Memphius that goes over a rundown for his... or not for his, but for the new materials in 9.2. We've also done this specifically. So it's basically just going over what these new materials are, also what their uses are. So we have here first flower. So a new flurry of materials be available in Turf Mortis once patch 9.2 goes live. So there's a quick overview for those players catching up. So if you haven't seen, the first flower is the new herb, and this one particularly doesn't have that many uses. It can still be milled for the same milling things that we've gotten throughout the expansion, and then it does have some crafting opportunities. The best one that currently seem to be the best are going to be the Progenitor, the Protogenic Pelt, and the Silk, because these are widely used for the new legendary ranks and also the new Crafter's Marks. First Flower is also used, but way less compared to these other materials, and we do not have any new consumables, not really. And then we also have a new meat and a new fish, and yeah, you can use this for the new what do you call it, the feast, where you can put like meat into it or just materials to make a feast, but not a lot of people will be using that as well, at least I don't think. And then of course we have Progenitor Essentia, and this is of course just the Core Fight Crystal 2.0. So pretty much the same systems as for what we got in 9.1, just slightly different with drop rates and what they're called and how we get them. But the overall system for crafting legendaries and crafters marks is the same. And then of course there's a link to Memphius's video there. So if you guys want to watch that, go check that out. And then he has a little post here, which is going over... one of the key items here, which is currently in an interesting position, is the Progenitor Essentia, the 9.2 equivalent of Core Fight Crystals. We can't actually do anything with them yet until enough people can get honored with the Enlightened for the Crafter's Mark, the first one. The other major use for them is the new Vestige, used to rank 7 legendaries, which become available week 3 once Chapter 5 unlocks. Right now, the price is hovering around the 9,000 gold mark on EU. And actually, as I can tell you today from watching this, it's actually going up and up and up. And the quantity is also lowering a lot on a lot of realms. So this is definitely going to be one of those things that are going to be really pricey unless Blizzard decides to, make some changes to the drop chances. But this is correct, and most people should actually start hitting honored. We've already had a couple people that have been like hyper grinding that already hit honored on NA, but supposedly most people should be hitting it on reset for both NA and EU, so Tuesday and Wednesday. That's when we should start seeing a lot of these actually get posted. And then as well, Memphius made a video going into Progenitor Essentia and talking a little bit about the market movements, what it's going to be used for, how it potentially might move. So a very speculative video to try and explain to people how much this can be worth. And obviously this is something that you would want to watch if you're interested in crafting legendaries yourself, especially early on. And then here we have a video about dual gathering, and this route from Iceberg Gaming. I made a video for, for mining Progenitor. It is the exact same route. You can see here if we start the actual video over here. It's the same route that he also decided to feature. So if you guys are interested, if you want to farm the most Progenitor Moor and First Flower at the same time, you want to go to the northeast corner of Seraph Mortis, where all the rare elites are as well. But make sure to check this out, and also make sure to check mine out, because we have a lot of content on the channel. And then we have gold market and crafting websites, and this is of course very interesting to look into. There's a new WoW Hub game. This website is mostly used for a crafting website. So if you don't know what you want to craft, you can actually go on here and you can search it up. So you can be like, okay, what do I sell or what to buy? So we can look at it here, what to sell. And this is very new, and you obviously have to pick and choose your realms. But this is something that could give you an idea of what to go into and what not to go into. But it is very important to always take this with a grain of salt, because it's overall. And always make sure that you think about what you do. But it's a good resource. It's definitely a good resource. There's also, you know, the Undermined Journal, and there's what do you call it? Oribus Exchange. There's a lot of really good stuff. But this person here, Arbiter, he goes over how this website, wow.hub.game, actually works together, or like is put together, and how it works, and how it should be actively helping you with making gold, especially if you're trying to get into any of these things. But that is and then also the gadget sand times, and this is like, this is what they call this is basically a gold making newsletter. So you can go onto here and you can mark specific things, and then you can see your realm economy for some, you know, high velocity markets of things that sell often and things that you're interested in. And then also we go into a little bit of a, could cross realm trading be a thing? Now this one particularly is because we had an article a little while ago, almost a week ago, and they actually Ian Hastakostas went over the possibilities of being able to trade with other people on other realms, because you obviously play with people, or you know, if you're in a Mythic Plus together or in a raid together, they would like people to be able to trade some things but not all things. But they also there were like, the wording that was used in the article made it seem like that was almost an end goal for them. So if this was ever to happen, that would obviously change up a lot of economies on a lot of realms. So this is, you know, this is pretty interesting to see if this would ever happen. I'm sure it would be fun to see and very interesting to experience. So definitely, I mean, you know, if that's the way that they want to go about it, I accept it. And then obviously there's some comments here. But this is, you know, speculative. Let's see if there's anything interesting. Let's read the, how this concept works in reality and what it means for global gold making remains to be seen, but this could mean a shift and blurring of the lines between different realms. The topic was discussed further on the WoW Economy Reddit. So one person here, Cerebra Accountant, said, a few things come to mind. Sellers still want to get the highest price they can. This is true. Buyers still want to buy items, and a lot of them don't want to hassle with inter-realm arbitrage. And this is more like, if it's complicated to be able to trade in between realms and all this stuff, they're just gonna buy it on their own realm. You know, they're not gonna go out of their way to spend more effort on trying to get it cheaper on another realm. There's a lot of people that are really lazy in this game, so that's what that goes into. And then here, will every realm be able to align with a regional market price, when at least in my realm they can't even get their own prices straight? At least once a day, I'll see some basic price that's way out of whack, like Shadow Core Oil, selling for 4x the price of Death Blossom when it should be 2 to 3x. So obviously this is very hard to tell, and obviously every single server economy is very different. And I'm sure if we got a fully fledged cross-realm trading potential thing, you know, it would be a question whether or not we could buy it on the auction house. If we can't buy it on the auction house, I don't think there's that many people, you know, you know, servers are still going to be very different, especially if you can't do it on the auction house. But we'll have to see. So it all depends. And obviously there's a lot of people that have very strong and different opinions about something like this. I like the way that it works right now with the different economies for the different servers, but I'm not too much of a fan of I'm not too much of a fan when it comes to every economy being influenced that heavily by other servers, because I feel like the way that our current economy works, it wouldn't really work well, and it would be really weird. So I feel like if they ever wanted to do this, they would have to like restructure the auction house so you could do it for the auction house. But it's speculative content. We don't even know if we're eventually going to have it. They could also decide that they want to go back on it. I don't think it's something that we would see in this expansion, maybe the next expansion, but yeah, that's really it. And then the further reading, obviously, there's, make sure that you check out the WoW Economy Reddit and also the Discord server, which is accompanying the WoW Economy Reddit. But this really good piece of WoW Economy wrap up. I'm glad we still get these from Samanan. And I'm sure they'll be very, very good in the coming weeks when we start seeing, heroic raids and Mythic Plus and PvP, and then Mythic raiding as well with the World First race, and all of these markets really starting to move and making some actual impactful changes. But that is basically going to be all that we have for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And yeah, I'll link this in the description down below, also in the comments probably. Yeah, that's gonna be it for this video. So I appreciate you guys for watching, and until the next one, see you guys.